How exciting! We have reached the 10th mistakes managers or directors make in their spa, salon, aesthetic or wellness business series. It is our last in the series for this year, and we look forward to starting up again next year with this most valuable series that really saves us all a lot of time, a lot of money, and a lot of energy when we can learn from others' mistakes. So I want to take 1 second to thank these 10 global spa leaders for being so open about their biggest mistakes and shared these with us so that we in turn can learn from them. This time round, for our 10th, we are headed off to Lisbon, Portugal to interview Liliana Fereira. She is the spa manager for the Villa Gale Hotel Group, and she currently has 26 spas in her portfolio. Believe it or not, Liliana's biggest mistake is once again about, what do you think? Yes, staff. Can you believe that every single one of the 10 spa professionals globally that we have interviewed this year, their mistake, all of them, has been about staff? Unbelievable, right? So before we listen to Liliana's interview, I want to ask you a few questions, and I'd like you to think about it. And the reason for these are to get your thinking juices going. If you answer yes to any of these questions, you simply cannot miss the interview with Liliana. Okay, so here goes. Number 1, are you very friendly with your staff? Number 2, do you confide and tell your staff personal problems or challenges that you're having either in your personal life or in the business? Number 3, do you talk about suppliers freely in front of your staff? Number 4, do you talk about other staff members to your staff? Number 5, do you ever feel that your staff are just a little bit too comfortable with you? And number 6, do you ever feel that your staff take advantage of the culture that you have instilled in your business? Okay, so if any of those 6 questions you answered yes, let's head off and chat to Liliana. Okay, so today we're headed off to the beautiful country of Portugal, and we are off to meet a spa manager and a spa professional in our industry by the name of Liliana Fereira. And I'm quite excited to introduce you to her today. And we'll start off by first, as usual, asking her a little bit about herself. But as you all know, this series is about learning from other spa professionals' mistakes. So let's head off and speak to Liliana. Hello, Liliana. How are you?
Hello, Marisa. I'm fine, thank you. And you?
I'm very, very well, thank you. So I want to first start by saying thank you so much for giving up your time to chat to everybody. I know that you are very, very busy, so thank you so much.
Thank you. First of all, thank you for your kind invitation. I'm very happy to be here to share my experience and to share the lessons I have learned with my mistakes. So let me introduce myself, Liliana Fereira. I'm Portuguese and I'm passionate about wellness sector. I have graduated with a physiotherapy degree, and at the moment I'm coordinating 26 spas from a Portuguese hotels group that is called Villa Gale. And there I'm making the rebranding of the spas. I'm responsible for the management, for all the marketing, dynamism from the spas, and ensuring that the quality is very good. Last but not least, I'm responsible for making the team together, working in the same direction, with the same goals. And as I don't lose any opportunity to show my Portugal potential as a health and wellness destination, I'm the World Wellness Weekend Ambassador from Lisbon, and I'm creating a spas association in Portugal with a few colleagues.
Wow, that's amazing. You are very busy. That's fantastic. Well done on all those achievements.
Thank you.
So,
I
um,
really love what I'm doing. That's why I
oh,
take with passion.
you can hear that. So 26 spas currently under your management. And how many years have you been in the role of a spa manager or in the industry for that matter?
Well, I started my career in 2010, so it's around 12 years. But managing is 4 years that I'm doing this role. So, well, as I'm starting with this role, my biggest mistake was because of I was not so confident in the beginning. So I can start maybe talk about
Yes.
that small problem that was how I have learned how to manage that. When we start, we want to be friendly. We want to be everyone like us and to make a good connection with everyone. So sometimes, as we are too much friendly, they take advantages of us. That was my biggest mistake, unfortunately. And I think it's not so uncommon in new leaders because in the beginning, we spend lots of time with our team, even more sometimes with our family. So it's normal that you start having a good connection, start to share our personal life, some of our issues. And we need to be careful with some of these things. Of course, kindness, it's a very important quality that we should keep it, but you need to be very assertive in the way we lead. Some of the issues, some of the signs that you need to be careful is see if our employees doesn't make what we ask them. They start getting late for the things. They start doesn't glue on what we request, and sometimes the results are not what we want, we requested, and we start having more work because of their laziness, right? And it can't happen. I think we need to be very assertive when we lead. We need to be confident and to say in a confident way what we want, what we expect from them, and also what we don't want. I think that was the big problem with my leadership in the beginning. So what we can do? We can have a few how to say. It's never late to change, so we can change the way we lead in a few steps.
Okay.
First of all, you need to create boundaries. So we need to be careful with what we share. Try to separate the personal life with the professional life. We should also don't talk about some work issues about our clients, other staff, about suppliers with our team. Just to be careful the information we share, and we also can create a culture of feedback. For example, at the moment we can give a good feedback or a not so good feedback to the employee to show who is in the lead, to show our authority and that I'm making the rules, so they need to follow them. And for example, when the employee does something very good, you should to congratulate him. But also when something is not so well, you should correct him in a private way, of course, not with everyone around. But on the spot is important always to give a good feedback.
Okay.
Another thing that I think is very important, that sometimes we call carrot and the stick. So what you should do, you should have some good benefits and some consequences for their actions. So they need to know. So imagine, can be a bonus from a good results, but in the case they are late, also can have some consequences, and they need to know all the rules very well. And last but not least, we should focus on our HR policies. For example, in the beginning, when our employee starts, we should show very well what are the rules, what they should do, and they will know what we expect from them, and they know what to expect from us. And there is no, everything is very clear. I think everything is around assertiveness, to be very confident way we say the things, and of course we can be kind to everyone, and it's very important actually, and it's sometimes it's a personal quality, so we can change the way we are, but you need to be careful and to have a balance between the personal and the professional life. Exactly.
Hey, that sounds amazing. So what you said, that it's very important from the start to set the expectations of your staff member so that they know what to expect from you and you know what to expect from them. How do you do this? Do you do it in the form of an SOP? Do you do it in the form of, is it included in their contract? How do you set those expectations?
So in the beginning, they receive a handbook with all the information, all the standards that they need to have, all the things, and we do some training. We explain to them, and it's not in the first day, it's a continuous training. We need to be always looking if they are doing the things right, giving the feedback. So it's not only in the contract or a first paper in the first day. Of course, they will forget if it will be just one time, but we need to be reinforcing that information, and of course we need to be an example, right? If you are not the example, they won't follow the rules for sure.
Yes.
And if you treat them with respect, we expect them from some respect also, right? And of course, if they don't follow that, we need to be more strict and have some consequences.
Okay. Wow, that's incredible. So thank you so much for sharing that with us. And I'm sure that you definitely approach your staff in a very different way to how you approach them at the beginning, right?
Yes. I started very friendly and kind, and it didn't work. It didn't work.
No, definitely not. Definitely not. So it's very interesting how leadership over the last couple of years, and more so in the last 2 or 3 years since the pandemic, has changed yet again, with our staff becoming much more aware of their wellness needs and much more aware of their emotional needs. That has almost become as important as their physical needs in their life. So for a leader to be really good and efficient and effective and get the best out of their staff, it is, as you say, you've got to find that balance and that line between respect, friendliness, making sure that you are there to help them, because ultimately that's what the leader is there for, whilst getting all the return that you need from that specific staff member. So thank you again for taking the time to share with us your biggest mistake, if you want to call it, because this really is how our community, and not only in our community, but across the world, because we store these interviews on our YouTube channel, is they can learn from this. And there's no better way to learn than from other people's mistakes, right?
Yes, that's true. And of course, it's normal in our journey to have mistakes, and it's a process to learn. It's very important. If you don't do something, you don't have mistakes. So if you are having mistakes, it's because you are working and your journey is going through your life. So it's very, very important to try. If you didn't get a good result, you change the way, and that's life. It's okay.
Yes,
Thank
yes.
you so much, Marisa, for this opportunity to share. It was lovely to meet you and to talk with you, and let's keep in touch.
Yes, definitely. So thank you again from Liliana in Portugal. And as you all know, you can find all of our Mistakes Managers Made. I think this is number 10 on our YouTube channel. And go there as a resource and look at what all these leading global spa managers of the world have to say and learn from their mistakes so that you don't make the same mistakes over again. So, Liliana, have a wonderful day and the most fabulous week, and I hope to meet you in person soon.
Thank you so much. I love to meet you too. Thank you.
Okay, cheers.
Cheers.